I'm David Ramirez. I'm a senior at Immaculata LaSalle.
Thank you so much. So tell me, David, what happened that made you realize that you needed our service?
So what happened was I took the SAT first and I got a 1310. And I decided to take it again and I did some kind of studying on my own last minute. And I ended up getting the same exact score again. So I decided like I need someone to help me out in this.
And when was this that you took that SAT?
It was like early 2023, like March. And then I took another one like in May.
Right, so junior year basically.
Yeah.
March and May, same score. What did you do to study?
I kind of just like did like one practice SAT a week before the actual test, so not that much.
I feel that. How'd you hear about us?
So I have two friends that actually did Piece of Pie, and like I saw their score improve. One friend, I think he went from like a 1250 or something to a 1440, and he was like, "Yeah, do Piece of Pie. It's gonna like increase your score by a lot." And I went on your guys' account, and I saw like everyone had like plus 100 points, so I was like I need this.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Um, and I mean, so aside from just um, having your friends tell you or give you kind of push you to signing up, um, why did you feel like tutoring was going to help you? Like
Well, you know,
what were you struggling with, and why do you think tutoring was going to make that better?
I struggle a lot with kind of staying on task. So, I'll get to work and like I usually never study for things. So I'll get to work when I actually need to study. I'll like look at a few tests for 15 minutes and then I'll end up just like scrolling on my phone. Like I have a problem with that. So what I really needed was like a little bit of like guidance to push me in the right direction, which is what Piece of Pie like does best. That's kind of what I needed.
Nice. You need like structure and like a
Yeah,
little push.
exactly.
And why was okay, if you didn't get the help, why would that have been a problem for you? Like if you didn't get the help and you stayed at a 1310, why would that be an issue?
Oh, because I want to apply to some like, a bit like really good schools like Georgia Tech, maybe Brown, and I need kind of that like 1500, 1550, 1510 in order to like even get a chance at being considered. So,
All right. And why math tutoring?
because my reading was already at a 700 when I took it. So I was pretty satisfied with that. And my math was like it was really well, no, it wasn't bad, but it was like a discrepancy. It was a 700 then
610.
a 610. Yeah.
Were you surprised at the math score?
A bit, yeah. I thought I would have done better,
Why?
honestly. Because it didn't really ask a lot of what I was doing, which was like calculus. It was just asking maybe like algebra based stuff. So I guess I needed like a refresher or something.
Yeah, like you're literally in calculus.
Yeah.
So you're pretty good at math, right?
hmm
Is that how you felt when you took the test? Like maybe would you see stuff that you were kind of like,
Yeah, I was like, what is this? Like I saw the circle equation and I was like, I just like guessed a random one. I didn't know what to put.
funny story when I don't know if you know this or not, but I ended up going to Cornell for engineering. I didn't
hmm
graduate as an engineer, but I did, I was pretty good at math, right? And when I got back from there, I ended up doing something else, right? Like I went into pre-med and I was considering doing a PhD in nutrition. I get back and, one thing led to the next and I started tutoring. So as I'm tutoring, I'm like, hey, the SAT, well, interesting, right? Like, let me tutor somebody on that. And so I'm like, well, for me to tutor somebody, I should probably take a practice test. I took a practice test. You want to know what I didn't know how to do?
The circles.
Equation of a circle, bro. It's like I was like, I don't remember this, bro. Like, who does like what?
hmm
And I had done, all of the higher level um, of calculus classes, differential equations. I did linear algebra, all that stuff. And it's like, I'm like, bro, I don't remember the last time I saw this freaking equation, dude.
Yeah.
So I feel you. So yeah, okay, that makes sense. So there's a lot of stuff you had to refresh on, and you needed some structure. That combination was what you felt like was going to work for you.
Yeah, that's what I needed.
Coming into it, what was your expectation of like the virtual group environment?
So I knew it was gonna be a lot of work because like I would try and hang out with my friends and they'd be like, no, I got piece of pie. I gotta like do work. I gotta lock in. So I was like, I already had that mindset that I was gonna be like spending a lot of late nights doing this.
So the virtual and group aspect of it didn't really like you didn't care about that.
Oh no, not really that much. More about the
It
work.
it was the workload that you were a little bit like, okay, this I
Yeah.
got to be mentally ready for this.
Yeah.
Especially coming from somebody who just told me they never do. I mean, not that you do homework. Sorry, you probably do your homework. You don't. You're not used to studying.
Mm. Yeah, I don't usually do that.
So how'd you
So
manage
this
to do our work?
it was hard at first. I would like procrastinate a lot and then I would see the message when I would like miss a couple days of work and I was like, I gotta I gotta do the work. So I'd sometimes end up like the last day, the Saturday night, just doing a bunch of work and then sleeping really late. And I kind of like learned that I can't keep doing that. I can't like maintain that. So I just kind of tried to structure things a bit more.
So you felt that the reminders were helpful for you.
Yeah, really helpful.
Clara,
Even
did
though
you
in the moment they were like a little bit annoying, but like that's what you need.
retrospectively? It's always different.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get that a lot. In the
Mm.
moment, I mean, and I'm always like, oh, they probably hate me right now. I'm like, damn. But I'm like, I promise you, I'm not doing it. I'm doing it because we have to. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I'm sending out or I tell my team, I don't send out the messages, thank God anymore, because I don't like to. I try to be just like the chill, like dude in the back.
Hmm.
But I know how it is, man. We text you guys like
A
4 times
lot.
a week, bro.
Thank you
Uh,
for that.
what'd you say?
Thank you for that because I was also pushing David when your team sent message through the WhatsApp, and I was telling him, please reply, please follow what the instructions, because I know, as he said, he has some problems with the procrastination, even though he's one of the top of the classes in his senior year, but he has this problem, and I know he's smart and he likes to be challenged.
You know, it's not even a problem. It's he's not used to it. That's what it is. You've just never been challenged enough to where you've had to study. So it's
Yeah.
listen, bro. I was top of my class. I got into Cornell, but I learned the hard way when I got to Cornell. It's probably nothing I can say to you at this point. It's probably gonna be the same for you, but or maybe it never. Maybe it's always easy for you. Who knows? But you know, at a certain point, that's what makes you step up to that.
Hmm.
You're only ever gonna use a planner or organize yourself or whatever it is that the person does to like make sure they get things done in a not procrastinating fashion when they have to,
Yeah.
which makes sense. It's not even your fault. It's not even like you're doing it on purpose. It's just like you just never had to do it.
Hmm.
Um, but that's cool. I mean, so I'm assuming so not only you but Clara, you appreciated not having to, or at least having us
Of
do the
course,
work.
because with this program that you have, David has now more opportunities. I encourage him to apply to good schools and also to scholarships, because he wants to go to Florida State, and even though it's a good um, center, I believe he has potential for a better school or better college. So
Yeah, bro.
let's see.
No offense to FSU, great school, and I think no matter where you go, well, that's tricky actually because you're smart.
Hmm.
If you don't go somewhere that pushes you, if you don't get pushed, I feel like you won't reach your potential.
Yeah.
Like like just man to man here, I feel like you need to go somewhere that's gonna push you
Hmm.
because otherwise you'll just chill, which
Yeah.
sounds great, but in the long run is not the move. Like
Okay.
while you have the energy at least, because I mean you're gonna get older, bro. You're gonna get tired. Like I mean, I'm still 31. I can still put in work,
Hmm.
but I know, and eventually I'm gonna need to relax a little more. I'm
Yeah.
fortunate enough that I got pushed, and I have my own business now. and I'm doing what I want on my own time. Nobody tells me what to do. I make
Yeah.
my money, and I do what I love. I really enjoy doing this. I can help you guys out, impact a lot of lives. But that only happened because I pushed myself. So I'm with your mom here. You said Georgia Tech, go to Georgia Tech if you can now, bro, because
Okay.
you got the score, and then you get to get away. FSU is away from home, but like going somewhere completely different is an experience. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
I would apply to a bunch of schools. Where else could you apply?
Uh, I'm thinking Georgetown, Richmond, NYU. Um, I'm actually gonna do the UT Austin supplementals, even though that's like lower, but
Because they
I
only
still want
take
to go.
Texas like resident.
Yeah, they take like 10% of out of state students.
Yeah, that'd be a cool
So
place to
yeah,
go.
maybe Rice
Rice.
too.
One of our tutors went to Rice.
Uh,
She's going to Rice right now, actually. Maybe I can ask her some tips. I don't know how she got in. Now that I think
mm,
about it, that's crazy, right? Because same idea, right?
yeah.
They probably take more um, Texas residents. But yeah, I agree, man. With the score you got now, nothing stopping you.
Hmm.
Um, Real quick though, let me pull this back. If another student asks, how would you describe the service? What should they know?
So I would like tell them that it's a lot of work, that you're gonna be doing a lot of packets, a lot of just repetition, and it might seem a little bit boring or like a little bit easy, but it's like kind of just repetition of the material that matters. Because then when you see it on the SAT, you see those patterns and you're like, I know this. I've seen this hundreds of times, and you know the answer like way quicker. So I tell them to just like do the work and just let it pay off in the end.
It becomes like muscle memory.
Yeah, basically.
That's what I tell students all the time. They're like, I already know how to do it. I'm like, yeah, but how fast can you do it?
Exactly.
It's like playing a sport, like whatever thing you need to do, you got to do it enough to where you don't have to think about it.
Hmm.
Oh, cool. Um, and if you're gonna give them advice on how to manage the workload, what would that be?
I'd say to stick to their schedule that they like that you send out in the beginning of the week, because if not, you're gonna have like two assignments to do, and you're gonna have four, and then like next thing you know, it's Saturday and you have like 12 assignments to do, and that's like you're just making it harder on yourself. So just like do two a day, and you'll be fine.
And if you had to pick like top two things about the prep course, there's a lot of things going to this prep course, right? But like top two
Mhm.
things that helped you, what would it be?
Probably the resources would be number one. There's just like so much stuff to do, and the practice tests too, just like the 20-25 practice tests there are, just like really helped out, and you
Oh,
can
of
use them
course.
for extra practice even if there's like more there that aren't related to the tutoring that you can do, so that's always helpful.
Yeah, we tailored that. And so I probably assigned you a bunch of stuff that I already knew
Mm.
you needed to know. I try to push you to get ahead. Because that's actually, so ultimately, right, like you didn't even take the full prep course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Like I love it when people drop out for that reason. I'm like, thank you. You were like, nah, I'm good. I don't need this anymore. I was like, I feel you. So actually, ultimately, what result did we help you get? Like, what was the initial score, final score, and your total improvement?
So my initials in the math or total?
You could say both.
Okay, so I got a 1310 with a 610 in math before the tutoring. And after I got a 1510 and then a 780 in math. So an improvement of like 170 points in math.
Yeah, it's crazy. In how long?
In like 2 months of tutoring, pretty much.
Did you
Two, three
start
months.
early?
No, I
Oh,
mean,
from
one,
when I started tutoring is what I mean. Like total, like 5 months, like from May to this October.
No, I meant like, um, did you start our prep course early or no?
I think like a week early.
yeah, like a week. Yeah, I don't know if you remember, Rina, but I called you and I told you we really need something really super fast to improve his score, and the classes was supposed to begin the 2 weeks from when we discussed about that. So yeah, one week before the group
Yeah,
began.
so you only did like 6 weeks of tutoring
Hmm.
Yeah, more or less.
or less, right?
Yeah,
Nice, bro.
thanks.
Congrats. I mean, you
Thanks.
we just paved the way, you walked it.
Hmm.
That's awesome, dude. 780, you got like what, one, two wrong? That's it?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's awesome, dude. So what does that result meant for you?
Just like way more opportunities now. Like I can apply to a lot more places I probably wouldn't have been considered for previously.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And if you stay in state, did you get any scholarships?
100% bright futures. Yeah, get that.
Your mom part isn't like that because then now you're like, oh, I can go for free to FSU.
Yeah, exactly. That was like a reason why I want to go to FSU.
That's part of it. That's good. You don't like UF?
UF could be. Yeah, I could go there.
And Clara, if you had to describe our service to another parent, what would you say?
I would say that is the best money to be invested in your children education, and as David mentioned, it's open a lot of opportunities for them in terms of college and financial aid and scholarships.
All right, awesome. I'm very happy for that.
Thanks.
All these other kids are taking their test Saturday,
Yeah.
but you're done.
Hmm.
I mean, I hope the best for them too. You know, everyone's
Yeah.
real hard. Imagine what you did, but like they kept going. That's
My
crazy.
God.
Do you have any advice for anyone on their SAT journey, or somebody who's going to be on it later? Like, what would you recommend they do? Like, how should they approach it? Should they start? Like, when should they start studying? Like anything.
Well, if I started studying earlier, like that would have been good. That would have been way better. Maybe I could have done like a little bit of reading prep in there. So probably just take an SAT beginning of junior year. I took mine like near the end, and I'm like a senior about to apply for colleges. I couldn't submit that 1510 to FSU, so that's like a reason you want to start doing these things earlier. And yeah, just focus on the tutoring, focus on the work, and you'll get the score.
All right. Awesome, man. Thank you guys.
No problem.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Bruno.